Hey, what is going on, guys? TBL here, coming back at you guys with a late night Call of Duty video for you. That's right, coming in with a little bit of a late night upload goodness. I got in from work not too long ago, went off, headed to the gym, got my workout in, and was pumped up and wanted to come back home and make myself a little bit of a Call of Duty commentary. So I hopped on the old Infinite Warfare, decided to play around a little bit with one of my new favorite guns, probably my favorite shotgun in this game, the 2187s. These are the spiritual successors to the old Model 1887 of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 Glory. You guys know I was a huge fan of that gun. Of course, it was super glitchy in Modern Warfare 2. Akimbo 1887s were pretty dumb in that game, and they are pretty lit in some Infinite Warfare. This is a gun that dropped a few weeks back, I do believe. It's just part of the series of free weapons you can get for playing the game. You just go through a little bit of an unlock. I think to unlock these you have to get, I don't know, a couple of kills with some other gun or some such nonsense. I didn't have to go through that. I am a season pass holder, so I got these guns for free, and man, once you get into these things, they are really, really good. And by getting into them, I really mean once you've leveled them up enough to unlock Akimbo, they become one of the most fun to use weapons in the game. Easy. As you'll be seeing across this gameplay, I inspire a couple of people to go ahead and pick these things up and start just tapping that fire button as quickly as they can. It's just a bunch of stupid fun, and I really enjoy running around with these things. They're not the most useful for long-range encounters, but they are by far, in my opinion, the best shotgun in Infinite Warfare. They slightly edge out the old Sandy Ravage S-Ravage SPAs, which performs pretty well. Not quite the SPAs of old from Modern Warfare 2 days, but yeah, the 1887s, these things just slap. You can double fire them for that long-range, easy, quick 2-tap, or you can fire them one at a time to kind of make sure that you're hitting your pellets on mark. However you want to use these things, they are very fun once you get them maxed out. Being a gimmick akimbo weapon, though, they do not protect you from those cheesy back shots, as you no doubt just got to see. But they are a nice callback to a bygone era of Call of Duty with an old school weapon that's just super duper fun to play with. You know what, speaking of some old school weapons, we got some news about some of the guns and things and features and whatnot we'll be getting to get our little grubby hands on when it comes to Call of Duty World War II. That's right, we got some news about some of the weapons we're going to be getting in that game. If any of you guys are even remotely interested in Call of Duty, you have no doubt been following Michael Condrey on Twitter and just the crazy amount of information this dude is just throwing out to the world. Condrey has had absolutely no chill on Twitter, tweeting out all sorts of things about World War II. That he confirmed we got an emblem editor, the PPSH, that classic submachine gun will be returning, and even more. So let's go ahead and tackle this starting off at the very top. The emblem editor is going to be returning in Call of Duty World War II, which probably isn't going to be too much of a surprise for you guys. After all, the emblem editor has been a part of the Call of Duty franchise since the original Black Ops 1. So yeah, you're going to be able to put that YouTube emblem complete with your channel name right on your completely authentic World War II soldier. That's right, it don't matter if it's 1942 or 2142, you gotta let people know where they can find your videos and catch you styling on pubs for those easy nuclear deatomizer gameplays. Speaking of, do we know if there's gonna be a nuke in World War II? I mean, it has to be, right? I mean, it's Call of Duty World War II, it's where the nuke was invented. Let me know in the comments whether or not Sledgehammer Games has spoken about that, if we're going to be getting ourselves a 25 streak nuke. But either way, whether we are or we aren't, don't worry, you'll be able to advertise that YouTube channel of yours in the emblem editor just fine. But the editor won't be available in time for you to be able to advertise it during the Call of Duty World War II beta set to go live later this month. That beta is supposed to be dropping on the 25th of August. But unfortunately, Michael Condrey himself has confirmed that the editor will not be live in that beta, but it will be there for the game's launch on November 3rd, which sadly enough is more than we can say for this game right here, Infinite Warfare, which didn't get a emblem editor until like, what, March? Yeesh, so there you go, World War II is already a step ahead of Infinite Warfare, at least comparing the two's launch. Let's just hope they can match iDubbbz when it comes to the way weapons work and drop in the game, because you guys know supply drops are going to be coming back. I know they already made a statement about supply drops being cosmetic only, but really, how long do you think that's gonna last? And speaking of weapons, we have got some talk about the PPSH-41 returning in World War II. Now, this really shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Pretty much every single Call of Duty game that's featured World War II has had the PPSH in some way, shape, or form. And as a matter of fact, the gun just made its way into Call of Duty Black Ops 3 as a supply drop weapon, by the way, which means I'll never actually get my hands on it. But that's alright, because all I gotta do is hold out for World War II and I will be able to get that classic run and gun monster in my hands once again. Now, it's probably not gonna be like the Call of Duty 1 and 2 PPSH, which had like 71 bullets in the magazine. That thing was nuts. And shoot, we might not even get the multiplayer nerfed 35 round magazine version of it. But either way, we do know it's coming thanks to another tweet from Michael Condrey saying this: 25 days until the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer beta. Me and my PPSH-41 are coming for ya. You've been warned. Showing, of course, that the classic COD weapon is on its way back and we will be able to get our hands on it when the beta goes live on August 25th. But not all is well, my friends, because in addition to losing that crazy Titanic magazine size, the PPSH looks like it lost something else in the form of the steady aim perk. That's right, soon after this news went live, resident Call of Duty Kingpin Drifter took to Twitter to say this: "Can't wait to see if I can rapid fire, steady aim, extended mags, hip fire, no skill bullet hose people." Obviously jokingly referencing the kind of rapid fire submachine gun shenanigans you used to be able to get into with a lot of these Call of Duty games. I remember double tap on the PPSH took that thing to a ridiculous RPM. But it looks like you might not have to worry about that combination, because Michael Condrey immediately shot back saying, "Steady aim? What's that?" Seemingly hinting that the long-standing Call of Duty perk might not be anywhere to be found in the upcoming Call of Duty World War II. And I gotta say, that's a little bit of a surprise. I mean, we all know that Call of Duty World War II is going to be a little bit different with its divisions and the changes to the class system, but man, steady aim, that's like a classic perk. Not just for those bullet hose SMGs, but kind of integral for some of the classic shotguns that should be in this game, like the old school double barrel. So it's kind of weird to see that steady aim's not going to be back. Oh, and check this out. Click and boom. I told you guys, I am having way too much fun with these 2187s. But yeah, I'm happy to see the PPSH return, but it's going to be weird to not have any sort of steady aim, unless they just renamed it to something else. After all, don't think we had any hipfire boosting laser sights back in World War II. So I wonder how exactly they're going to cope with losing that extra hipfire accuracy. Who knows, maybe the guns just come with better hipfire spread naturally. Guess we'll just have to find out when the beta comes out on August 25th. But alright guys, it's pretty much going to be it for this one. Be sure to let me know what you guys think. Are you psyched about the Call of Duty World War II beta in a little under 23 days? Are you looking forward to using the classic Russian submachine gun? Be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But alright guys, it's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.